back, everyone. Great start to the school year so far. So I'd like to report out on our closed session, item C2A, and like to, following a decision of the board late last year to move forward with the sale of the Baylord property, negotiations commenced with the County of Santa Barbara Housing Authority. The Housing Authority wants to acquire the site to construct a combination of affordable and market rate rental housing. We are pleased to report that in closed session, the board tentatively approved a 3-year option agreement to allow the Housing Authority time to secure needed approvals, which, if successful, will result in the sale of the property for $4.2 million. Tonight's tentative approval is contingent upon the parties reaching final agreement on the terms of the option sale documents. The board is very pleased that the 7-acre site can be used to add much-needed rental housing in our community. Closed session vote was 5-0. All board members were present. Okay, and then we'll move on now to item C3, approval of the minutes.
I move to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of July 23rd, 2019.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, move on to C4, approval of the agenda and consent agenda.
So moved.
I second that motion.
All right, roll call.
Michelle?
Aye.
Cordelia?
Aye.
Jamie?
Aye.
I'm aye. And Andy?
I'm aye. All righty. Okay, we'll move on to E and Diana's report.
Nice to see everybody. Yesterday was the first day of school, and it was fabulous. So we appreciate all the teachers who worked hard this weekend to make sure that their classrooms were prepared and ready to greet the students, and we're thrilled that all the families brought their students back to school. Parents were ecstatic, and kids were excited. But I'd like to begin with some appreciation. We are so grateful for the Measure U team. Dave Winiger, Cindy Abbott, Ernie Kais, Lena Placentia, and Bev Rodriguez, and the contractors for completing $12 million of summer projects on time for the opening of school yesterday. The renovated classroom and bathrooms are beautiful, and we are thrilled with the new and improved facilities. New flooring, ceilings, heating systems, fans, window shades, lighting, communication systems, technology, paint, and furniture were replaced in the outdated, worn classrooms at the high school, Aliso, and Catalino. Digital tools were integrated in each high school classroom to improve student outcomes and better prepare them for college. Modern, quality facilities impact student learning, and the community's investment of bond money to upgrade the CUSD schools is making a big difference for students and teachers. Next, I'd like to offer some congratulations. Meredith Parton, CMS English teacher, has been selected as the 2020 Santa Barbara County Distinguished Mentor, and she'll be honored at the November 2019 Santa Barbara County Salute to Teachers celebration at the Music Academy of the West. Elise Unruh, our performing arts teacher at the high school, will be honored at CEF's 27th annual Copacabana on September 7th. Let's talk about staffing, because we've had a number of changes. Teachers are at the heart of what we do, and we are thrilled to welcome our new teaching staff. At the middle school, our new teacher is Christine Ibrahim. At the high school, Allison Cole. At Summerlin, Jamie McDuffie. And then at Catalino, we welcome Michaela Cordero, Luis Quintero, Tanya Martinez, Elisa Mathis, Christina Garcia, Carolyn Haynes, Katie Lewis, and Katie Lewis. At Aliso, we welcome Monique Malgoza, Christina Villa, Jordan Ramont, and Kristen Metz. We have a new preschool special ed teacher, Kanya Thomason, and we have a new nurse, Michelle Olson. We also welcome Gabe Covarrubias as our new CMS assistant principal, and Dr. Carla Curry is our director of special ed. And then we are fortunate that we're receiving 2 new grant and donation-funded mental health therapists that will join the middle school and the high school staff for the school year. Now I'd like to report on extended day kindergarten that we enjoyed last school year. During the 18-19 school year, we began the extended day kindergarten schedule to increase student learning time for kindergarten students. The results of end-of-year assessments indicate that more K students in 1819 mastered grade level standards by June than kindergarten students in the former school year of 2017-18 who were on an early release schedule. So enclosed in the report, I have listed the end-of-year results for 4 of the kindergarten classrooms that are English only, 2 at Catalino and 2 at Aliso. And you'll see that those students who just finished kindergarten this past school year outperformed the previous kindergarten students. Now, the caveat is they're not the same students, but it does show that the extended day has proven to be successful in supporting student learning. So we are recommending to continue with that, and we will do so. Okay, school safety. That's the first concern, our primary responsibility. And I want to remind everybody that our district has a number of safety and security measures in place. We have locked doors and fences in the K-8 schools, so that means the building access is controlled in all the K-8 schools. We have visitor sign-ins, employee badges, and this year we have, for our classified staff, employee uniforms. And we have hallway and campus supervision. At the middle school, we have 2 security personnel, and at the high school, we have 3 security personnel. And then this year, Carpinteria has a new community resource officer, Deputy James Caravano, and he will support all of the schools and families. And we're so fortunate that he will be located at the middle school and the high school every Tuesday. The district is currently updating our emergency supplies at each school site. AEDs have been purchased for each site, and this year staff will be trained during the school year. All teachers and staff participate in online and simulated safety training, including active shooter training with the Hour Zero emergency program for K-12 schools. Additionally, the City of Carpinteria is seeking funding to improve school routes. They're looking at a traffic signal at Palm and Carpinteria Aves, Foothill Road crossing at the high school, and Holly and Sawyer Avenue sidewalks. The public meeting to discuss these projects will be held tomorrow night, 6:30 at the middle school auditorium. In addition to physical safety measures, the district has implemented a 3-tiered system of student support for mental health wellness. At each school site, teachers develop strong relationships with each student, and social-emotional curriculum is taught in every classroom. Students participate in school climate activities, including a daily advisory period at the middle school, and school counselors and psychologists are available to all students and their families. Additionally, our district received a 3-year, $200,000 grant from AHA, which is Attitude, Harmony, Achievement, to provide monthly training to all CUSD staff in social-emotional learning. We will become the first district in Santa Barbara County to support all CUSD adults with an increased understanding of social-emotional skill development in students. The Santa Barbara Mental Wellness Center is also providing training to staff in youth mental health first aid, and we also have youth wellness connection clubs at both the middle school and high school. For those students and families requiring more intensive social-emotional support, both Family Service Agency and CADA, Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse, provides school-based mental health therapists at each school site. And as I indicated earlier, this year, CADA will provide an additional full-time mental health therapist at the middle school with a donation from the carp growers. And CADA will provide an additional full-time mental health therapist at the high school with grant funding from Santa Barbara County Office of Education. We also coordinate with the Family Resource Center at Carpinteria Children's Project and Carpinteria Connect to provide therapeutic services to parents and families. And then students with serious emotional issues are supported by their special education team and intensive mental health counseling and may be placed in therapeutic, regional, or non-public programs. This year, we have a number of curricular improvements in place. Students will benefit from new and improved curriculum instruction and integrated technology. Administrators and teachers participated in professional development during the summer to continuously improve curriculum instruction and technology. Additionally, many teachers worked with their grade level teams and departments to revise the curriculum, adjust instructional practices, and integrate digital tools to improve student learning. The high school engineering physics teacher participated in a week-long institute to prepare for the launching of the new engineering program at the high school this fall, and we have 37 students enrolled. The high school computer science teacher partnered with Microsoft's TEALS program, that's Technology and Education and Learning in Schools, to develop the new CHS computer science course, which will include instruction from professional software engineers. We also have a new science curriculum that reflects the next generation science standards. That will be piloted at both the high school and the middle school. And we have a new social studies and health curriculum that will be piloted at the high school. The district, in partnership with CEF, joined Project Lead the Way to provide engineering and robotics at the elementary schools and the middle school. Both the GATE teacher and the Aliso principal attended Project Lead the Way training in elementary robotics lessons, which will be implemented this fall. And then at Canalino, we expanded the dual language immersion classes to second grade, and Aliso will be providing Spanish language instruction 3 times a week in grades TK, K, and 1. Regarding the 1920 budget, we are currently finalizing the closing of the books for last school year, and will bring the 18-19 unaudited actuals and the 1920 revised budget report to the board at our next meeting on September 10th. Since the last budget update, the final 18-19 property tax collections, they've been finalized with just a slight increase in the amount of $4,052.67. The 1920 budget is also being revised to reflect the current staffing assignments, new hires, and other budget updates, which will also be part of the presentation. Now, back to school nights. So I'd like to encourage all of our parents to attend the back to school nights, and we also invite community members to join us to also visit the completed Measure U projects. Aliso is this Thursday, August 29th. Canalino and Carpinteria Family School will be Tuesday, September 3rd. Carpinteria and Rincon High schools will be Wednesday the 4th. Summerlin is Thursday, September 5th. And the middle school is Thursday, September 26th. And the last invitation is the Carpinteria Educational Foundation's 27th annual Carpacabana will be held on Saturday, September 7th, 5 to 9 at the high school to raise funds for the visual performing arts programs in our schools. And as I indicated earlier, we're so proud that Elise Unruh, who's been in our district for more than 30 years, our performing arts teacher, will be honored for enriching lives of our students with band, orchestra, choir, and the muses. So please join us for good food, drinks, music, and the silent and live auctions. Thank you.
Thanks, Diana.
I have one more item, if I may. I have distributed the enrollment for past 2 days of school. So this will change, and we will have the seabeds count will be the first Tuesday in October. But this just gives you an overview that we're about 35 students less than we were last year at this time. Okay.
Great, thank you. Do you have any comment?
Yes, we do. We have 2 that are on consent items
Yep.
that we already approved, and then we have one more. So
Okay.
we're going to start with Jeremiah Sobenes.
Say go. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. I just wanted to say thank you for the professional development training you sent me to this summer. It was AP by the Sea, run by the College Board, and it was held at the University of San Diego, a beautiful Catholic school. It was a week-long training, and I get a lot out of these. This one was pre-AP, so it was coordinating vertical teaming from 6th grade all the way up through 11th grade. So I'm really motivated and anxious to put that in practice. I've already met with Meredith Parton, who I'm glad is being honored because she's such a great teacher. And just really excited. These trainings, I know they're expensive, so I wanted to take the time to thank you and tell you that I get a lot of validation out of them, that I'm doing the right thing, and a lot of inspiration. And I just leave you with this last year in my AP class, that the state average for getting a 3 or better is 50%. 50 to 53, I think, is the international average. And at Carpinteria, our students got 70%, 70.4%. That's a little high for us. So I say that not as a reflection on me, but as a reflection on our students and all of the investment that you put into them. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Jeremiah, it is definitely a reflection
Yeah.
on your instructional excellence. So we are so proud, and we thank you. And I believe, is that not the highest percentage in a number of years?
It is.
Yes, so congratulations to you and the students.
Yeah.
You said 70.3%?
73%.
73?
70.3%.
7. That's very good.
Yeah, we're really proud. And we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Next, we have Peter Dugre on item D8 on the consent.
Can I give you guys a handout before I start?
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Peter Dugre, father of 2 students in your school district. As of yesterday, 1 second grader and 1 fifth grader. So first of all, thank you all so much for the hard work that I can always see going into preparing for back to school and creating such safe and healthy environments for our kids. I know my kids love your school, so thank you. Tonight I'm representing carp growers, the Cannabis Farmers Group in Carpinteria Valley. Our name, CARP, big letters, CARP stands for Cannabis Association for Responsible Producers. We have 12 member farms throughout Carpinteria Valley and strict membership requirements. So really, our group does two different things. We set best environmental practices among cannabis farmers and find ways to give back to the community. So all of our farms have effective and safe odor control systems, use closed-loop irrigation systems so no water is wasted from the farms, and there's no use of dangerous pesticides on our member farms. Instead, we use the biological pest control, which means using good bugs to eat the bad bugs that potentially eat the crop. And in my opinion, it's a fascinating topic that would make a really neat high school science report studying the use of biological agents in horticulture. And so the other part of the mission of carp growers is the farmers pool their resources to find ways to support community. A while back, we met with the leadership of the Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse. And through that meeting, we came to understanding that Carpinteria Middle School is without a youth counselor before this year. And that was also a top priority of the school district to fill that position to have interventions with at-risk youth. But the money wasn't available to fill that position at the time. So our board of directors, we have a 7-member board of directors for the nonprofit Carp Growers, decided unanimously last June to support the position at the amount of $63,000 per year over the next 3 years. So really, I'm here tonight to introduce Carp Growers to you all, if you haven't heard of us yet, and to represent to you how pleased our board of directors is to be able to make this donation and to have an impact on our schools. We look forward to finding continued opportunities to support the students and the schools into the future. So thank you, and I'm happy to take any questions if anyone has any.
Just want to say thank you. Yeah, we're excited.
I think that we appreciate the support, and that position is really has been greatly needed, and I think we're going to see a lot of beneficial results from it over the next few years. So thank you, Peter.
Yeah. Thank you. We hope so, and we look forward to learning more as the year goes on about how that program's operating.
Thanks.
Next, we have Kenya Rodriguez and Gloria Floria on item D10.
Good afternoon. My name is Kenya Rodriguez. I am a teen programs manager at Girls Inc. of Carpinteria, and this is my colleague.
My name is Gloria Flores, and I am the elementary programs manager.
So last year, Girls Inc. of Carpinteria served over 1,000 youth from CUSD and in the Carpinteria community. So we're just going to tell you a little bit about the programs that we've had at the elementary level.
So we've been running a very successful literacy program at both Aliso and Catalino for the past 4 years. We have about 56 to 60 girls enrolled every year, K through 3rd grade. And then we also have been running a program which we call Kidability. It's a child safety program that we've been running for a little bit over 15 years, and we serve grades 1st and 2nd. And so it's by consent only, but we have served, I believe, almost all of them each year.
And at the middle school and high school level, we have been serving with our Healthy Sexuality program. So this is a comprehensive sexuality education program that we provide for both boys and girls at the 6th grade level. Last year, we were able to provide it for 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and then also to some of the students at Rincon. And so we are really looking forward to continuing our work with the district.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a comment. I just want to say thank you, Kenya. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Girls Inc., for everything that you have done for our boys and girls. And I've been going to Girls Inc. for I don't know how many years, probably 2 decades or so. And I would still be going for probably three more years. And I just want to thank you for all the excellent job that you are doing, and thank you.
All right. We'll move on to F and board policies. And F1 is Administrative Regulation 5125.2, withholding grades, diploma, or transcripts. Second reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, F2 is Board Policy 5127, graduation ceremonies and activities. Second reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item F3 is Board Policy 6142.6, visual and performing arts education. Second reading.
I move to approve Board Policy 6142.6, visual and performing arts education.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
F4 is Board Policy 4119.24, maintaining appropriate adult-student interactions. First reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
F5, Board Policy and Exhibit 4219.21, 4119.21, and 4319.21, professional standards. First reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
Since the first reading, do you want to read it out loud or no?
Yeah, you want to read
Okay,
it?
yeah. The board is asked to approve first reading of Board Policy 4219.21, 4119.21, 4319.21, professional standards. The governing board expects district employees to maintain the highest ethical standards, behave professionally, follow district policies and regulations, abide by state and federal laws, and exercise good judgment when interacting with students and other members of the school community. Employees shall engage in conduct that enhances the integrity of the district, advances the goals of the district's educational programs, and contributes to a positive school climate.
Great, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, F6 is Board Policy and Administrative Regulation 3550, Food Service Child Nutrition Program, Business and Non-Instructional Operations. First reading.
So, move to approve.
Second.
Okay.
I'll read it again.
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
The board is asked to approve the first reading of BP and AR 3550, Food Service Child Nutrition Program, Businesses and Non-Instructional Operations. The governing board recognizes that adequate, nourishing food is essential to student health, development, and ability to learn.
Great, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, F7 is Board Policy and Administrative Regulation 3551, Food Service Operations Cafeteria Fund. First reading. And this one reads, Governing Board intends that school food services shall be a self-supporting nonprofit program. To ensure program quality and increase cost effectiveness, the superintendent or designee shall centralize and direct the purchasing of food and supplies, the planning of menus, and the auditing of all food service accounts for the district.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, F8, Board Policy and Administrative Regulation 3553, free and reduced price meals, first reading. And again, the Governing Board recognizes that adequate nutrition is essential to the development, health, and learning of all students. The superintendent or designee shall facilitate and encourage the participation of students from low-income families in the district's food service program.
Move to approve the policy.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, F9, Board Policy and Administrative Regulation 3554, other food sales, first reading. The Governing Board believes that the sale of foods and beverages at school during the school day should be aligned with the district's goal to promote student wellness. Any food sales conducted outside the district's food service program shall meet nutritional standards specified in law, board policy, and administrative regulation, and shall not reduce student participation in the district's food service program.
I move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, F10 is Board Policy 3555, Nutrition Program Compliance, first reading. The Governing Board recognizes the district's responsibility to comply with state and federal non-discrimination laws as they apply to the district's nutrition programs.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we'll move on to H, Business Operations Facility and Warrants. Can I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve the warrants for the period of July 17th, 2019 through August 22nd, 2019 in the amount of $5,163,554.94. Sorry, it's big.
All right, can I get a second?
Second the motion.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, H2, Gifts, Grants, and Donations. The first H2A is donation from the Rotary Club of Carpinteria to the district to fund the transportation for 4th through 6th grades to the Granada Theater on January 16th and 17th to attend the Santa Barbara Symphony concerts for young people.
I move to approve with gratitude to the Rotary.
Second.
Yes, thank you, Rotary. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, item H2B is a donation from carp growers to the district in the amount of $63,000 per year for 3 years to support a full-time counselor targeting at-risk youth at Carpinteria Middle School, working through the Council on Alcohol and Drug Abuse to use their expertise and staffing to place a qualified candidate at the middle school at the beginning of the current school year.
Move to approve with gratitude.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, carp growers.
Nay.
Okay, thank you. Item H3 is a 2019-20 agreement with Foodwave Incorporated. Can I get a motion to approve?
Move to approve the agreement with Foodwave.
Second.
Okay, any discussion there? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, move on to Measure U. Item I1 is approval of contracted services with Pacific Materials Laboratory for inspection services at the high school in the amount of $14,168.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item I2 is approval of Resolution 19-852, approving the guaranteed maximum price with McGillivray Construction for Canalino Elementary School modernization projects phases 2 and 3.
I move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And then item I3 is approval of change order number 1 for cabinets modernization phase 1 at Canalino.
Move to approve.
Second the motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then item I4 is the purchase of a new voice-over internet protocol phone system at Aliso Elementary School.
Move to approve.
Second the motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, move on to J, personnel. Personnel summary. Can I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve the recommended personnel items.
I second the motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item J2, designation of authorized board representative. We're being asked to approve the superintendent and/or her designee as the board's authorized representative to issue notices of unprofessional conduct and notices of unsatisfactory performance pursuant to Education Code 44938.
I move to approve.
Second the motion.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Move on to board communications. Michelle.
Okay. So I just wanted to, again, say thank you to the Measure U team. We had our board tours yesterday of the summer projects, and things are just beautiful and high quality, and I hope the students are really enjoying it. I think it's a lovely place to go to school. And then I also wanted to just have a formal thank you to Barnaby Gloger, who left us, and he was on the personnel summary tonight, and thank him for his years of service, his warm and compassionate heart for students, his kind and approachable leadership at the high school, at Rincon, and student services, and wish him and his family the best wishes in their new home in Oregon. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Rogelio.
Yes, I just want to welcome every student to school, and it's hard, but I just want to say to each student out there that life is a challenge, but also life is a dream. So go for your challenge and go for your dream. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank Carp Growers and Girls Incorporated for coming out and talking to us tonight in person about your donations. It's super generous, and we're so appreciative to be working with both of you in our community. And that both very generous donations. Thank you very much.
Sally.
I too want to thank both of you, and I would also like to extend an invitation to the community to come to Copacabana on September 7th. Food should be fabulous. Thank you, Josh. We've got some amazing auction items, surfboard, wonderful trips, a trip to Broadway with your choice of a play. So come on out. It should be a fun event, and we get to see some of the new buildings probably. So we welcome all of you in the town to come. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'd like to wish you a belated happy birthday.
Gosh, thank you.
And Michelle as well, happy birthday.
Yesterday.
And welcome everyone back.
Thank you.
Hope everyone is refreshed and raring to go. I know that the work that was done this summer is incredibly impressive, and I'd encourage anyone in the community to come out and visit the sites, because it really is something to see the transformation of these 50-year-old buildings into a modern, technologically advanced classroom. So thanks again to the Measure U team. Do we have anything for the calendar? No? All right. All right, we're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.